we're all well today. Today is Heaven and Earth Day. I'm trying to be good and do my videos, and I am going back to doing my WIP along Wednesday, Heaven and Earth, with the main equipment being a caramel latte made by the lovely Annalie. So, first of all, welcome everybody to this week's Heaven and Earth. I am doing this, which is Frosty the Snowcat. Still haven't learnt the rest. By Heaven and Earth, from Heaven and Earth, and it's by Randall Spangler. It is 88 by 85 centimetres. I'm doing it in two separate canvases. It's got 90 colours. I am using the lovely Pattern Keeper to do it. And I've lost my pen. Where's my pen? Gone. Oh, here it is. I think I might actually use this one today. And inside it I have this, which is the Art Dot wax. I have a single placer on this end, and on the other side I have an 8 placer. I'm going to have to play with it to see if I need to replace that wax, because I don't think I do. So, as if you remember, if you watched last week's, this was the first part, so we're on to the second part. Now, this release paper is one of mine. It's the Christmas Cat, which fingers ain't working today. So, let's mark up. Now, I do, each section I do 4 across, 3 down, so it's 1,200 drills. So what tray? Should we use a purple tray today? The trays are from Temu, nothing fancy, but I absolutely love them. So I have marked. Now, if you haven't used Pattern Keeper, I don't show it because it's just boring, but this is my screen. So where you see I've highlighted it, where there's green, that's the stitch. So I literally would do this. I can change whatever one I do. But I shall do that, then press the pen, and then once I've done it, I'll mark it off and then click the tick down here. So a lot of what I'm doing now is the border, the frame of the actual thing. So we want 436. Now I am using spare drills, some Art Dot that I've bought, some from AliExpress. I still haven't ordered all the ones I need. I've got a few people that have said, send me a list. So I will more than likely put a list into the Facebook group of the ones I need, because people have very generously offered to send them to me. Like this one goes all the way across the top. Now, I don't get to use a multi-placer that often on doing a Heaven and Earth, but this framework I can. So obviously finished the section off last week, but I haven't touched it since because I am trying to do videos so that once my treatment starts, which is next week, I can literally just, if I don't feel like doing videos, I don't have to. You get me? Right, so that is 2 up and 2 across. So there. And then we've got 1, which is there. So yeah, that is the plan. I've done quite a few. So I've done every Monday, 1, 2, 3. Every Monday until the end of the month now has a video scheduled. And by the end of this week, every Friday we'll have a video scheduled. And then it's just doing the little WIPs and stuff in between. Now, I may be fine, guys. I may be absolutely hunky-dory. But I don't know. So, even if that's the only videos that you guys see, at least you have something. At least there'll be something for you to keep you entertained until I'm able to do more. So that's all I've been doing, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and making index cards because my stock is depleted that I did before I went into hospital. So I haven't got any, well, I've got some, but not the most popular ones that sell. So they are one, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I've been working on them. So once I finish this video, I'm filming this on Tuesday because tomorrow morning I've got to go shopping, which will be the first time I've been shopping properly since before surgery. So as much as shopping's not my favourite pastime, I'm quite looking forward to it because it's getting me out of the house. And still haven't heard about the bungalow. So knowing my luck, they'll phone me when I'm out tomorrow, but it'll be on my mobile, so it's not a problem. There's one over there. Let's do that one. So yeah, so everything at the minute is still a bit, we don't know what's going on. However, we're preparing as if it's going to happen, because even if I get it, guys, I'm not going to be moving in it anytime soon because they've got stuff to do to it before I can move in anyway. So I'm not. But even if I don't get this one, I am eventually going to get somewhere. We do live in hope. So I'm trying to sort of get bits done, sort out. I've got some furniture, or I say furniture, I've got some chairs that I know I definitely don't want to take with me, so Annie's going to use her big muscles and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and she is going to, we're going to put them in the car at the weekend, and she will, and we'll take them down, get rid of them down at the tip. So it's just really sorting things out. You know what? You don't realise how much crap you accumulate over the years. So the plan is to just concentrate on videos. Like I said, I'm trying to build the channel, and I appreciate every one of you that say, don't worry about us, Pen, we'll be fine, we'll manage. I don't want you to manage. I want you to, like, I want to still be there. if you get what I mean. Right, so 3830 is in this one. 3830, there you go. So yeah, so it's just really doing lots of sorting and bits and pieces that I can do, because obviously I'm a little bit limited as to what I can do. Right, so this one goes, so that how many? Right, I need one more on the end. So that's that row done. Then it's 2 spaces and then that. 1 space and then that. What I do want to say is I want to give a massive, massive shout out to you guys, because you know, sometimes you make me cry. You do. Just because you've been so kind in all your messages. I am going to, and it might be this week, I am going to eventually get back to reading out comments. Now, I haven't read them out for a long time, so there's quite a few. So I'm not going to read all of them out. What I am going to do, though, is I will sit there and, like, I know there was one that was left the other day, yesterday I think, Monday, that was asking a specific question. Well, I've already answered it on here. I've replied. So there are some that I don't need to read out, but what I might do is like go back a couple of weeks and start from there, and the rest of them do answer them if they need a reply or whatever. Because I'd be here for 3 years, guys, because you guys have just, the way you've shown me the support has been blooming amazing. I couldn't ask for better subscribers, you know. I may not have hundreds of subscribers, but the ones I've got, you lot, are bloody amazing. I can't thank you enough for, because it does, it lifts my spirits. It shows that, like, people care, and that goes a long way. It goes a hell of a long way. So I do appreciate each and every one of them. So what I might do is try and do that at some point this week, go through them, like the older ones, and show you some love, even if it's just giving you some love. I might just do that this week, and then and just like leave, I don't know, maybe if I just leave April's comments, and then I can get back to reading out comments like I used to. Because also sometimes it's hard to find, like when you're doing loads of videos, sometimes it's hard to find something to talk about. And yes, we all know I chat a load of rubbish sometimes. I know I do. But I like to give shout outs to, if you've taken the time to comment, I like to give you a little shout out. There's just that little spot there where it keeps sticking. So I might do that ready for Sunday's WIP, because I'm trying to be good, guys. It's like today, didn't want to do this video. It's not that I didn't want to do it. It was that, obviously, it's not just a case of doing a video. It's a case of, got to get everything out and think of things to say and all that palaver. Right, so this one now goes all the way along. So that's easy to do. So yeah, I might get back to doing them. I know I've kind of let comments slide. And obviously there was a little bit of time where I wasn't doing any videos, so. But I'm back. You ain't getting rid of me, girls and boys. So, yeah, I think it'd be nice to get... Like I said, I like to give a shout out. Just, like, to say thank you and give people... Like, I'll be honest, when I was doing... If I comment on somebody's, which, to be fair, I very rarely do. And that's not because I don't comment. It's just because usually I'm sitting in bed watching videos. But if I comment, it's good. It's nice when somebody acknowledges that, you know. I've actually got 1, space 1. And we've got a 2 in the corner. Dropped it. You go there, mate. Go on, in you go. And then we've got space 1 there. And we've got a 3. Annalise doing herself something in the air fryer at a minute. If you hear any little pings. But yeah, we're going to go shopping tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. Not big shopping, just like to get the monthly washing powders and, you know, all that jazz. Fill up the freezer with bits that are going to be easy to cook. Because then, obviously, if I don't feel like cooking, and either Annalie's not here or she doesn't feel like cooking, we got some bits that you can just throw in the oven. I think that's what we're going to do tomorrow. You know, like a few pies. Lately, I fancy like a quiche. So I might get a couple of them to throw in. A couple of pizzas, you know. Quick and easy stuff. That is the plan anyway. That is what the plan is. And I think if I get up early and do it, then that's why I'm doing this video now. Because obviously doing stuff wears me out. So I just think if we get up early, go and get it done, then even if it wears me out, I've still got a bit of the afternoon. I can come back, have a bit of a rest. And then if I need to do if I want to do any more laminating or anything like that, then it's easy enough. I've still got the day. Because Thursday, the following day, tomorrow to you guys, I am at the hospital. I've got to get my bloods done. And I've got to... They may be putting in a PICC line. We're not sure yet. We might be... But it's a bit of a tricky one because I'm terrible, guys. Half hour to just get a cannula in me. My veins aren't very good because of my vascular issues. So they're saying about putting a PICC line. However, I haven't got a very good immune system already. The chemo is gonna wipe whatever I've got out. So, but having a PICC line is another sort of entry point for infection. So we're not sure yet whether they're going to do it, put one in on Thursday, or whether we're going to try and sort of see how it goes. So it's one of them. It's one of them wait and see. And then, obviously next week, next Tuesday, is my first cycle starts. So I go in Tuesday, have the chemo, and then the following Tuesday I go in because it's 2 different things that I'm having. So I go in the following Tuesday and have chemo again. But this time, if I remember rightly, it is, that's wrong, because there's one too many there. Okay. Yeah, so I think day 1 is infusion chemo, and day 8 is, I believe it's a tablet form. I'm not 100% sure. So don't quote me. Yeah, day 8 is, I have to go in again to have the second thing. And then I got 2 weeks off. And then it starts all over again. So I'm hoping that even if I'm not feeling 100%, that I can still do diamond painting. Because it's only sort of the last week or so that I've been able to sit here for more than 20 minutes and do it. So I wonder what she's having to eat in there. I'm just going to have a jacket potato or something. But I'm not, I didn't wake up till late today. I literally woke up, it was like midday. Like, but I didn't go to sleep till nearly 5 o'clock this morning, so it's not that I was being lazy or anything. It was just a case of, last time I looked at the clock it was like 5:30. And then I got woken up by the phone at like 8:30. And then I went back to sleep. And the thing is, I can't even moan. It was Annalie's godfather that rang me. I can't even moan about it because that's the time I'm normally up at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Even if I'm not up, I'm awake. So he was phoning on his way to work. Just checking up. That reminds me, I must get Annalie to phone him. She was still snoring at that time. She's actually off college now for 2 weeks. So we've got her at home. See, look, already I've done 307 drills. And I'm not doing them. Usually I do little itty bitty ones first, but I just cracking on with it, guys. 435. There we go. And I'm hoping I don't run out of anything before I order them. Because I might just order them tomorrow. I'm going to see how much it is to order them, if it's not too expensive, because they'll be here in a week. And there is a couple that I haven't got a lot of. So it all depends on how much, whether they're in this sort of first bit of the painting. But I tell you what, I can't wait. Right, so that one goes all the way to there. Right, so we need 5 in there. But if you're interested in what I'm doing, if you're new, if you're interested, have a look. I've got a playlist in my videos of how I do them and whatnot. So have a look. It is, I absolutely love doing conversions. It's one of my favourite things to do. Right, so this goes there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the last one in because it goes nearly all the way over, but not quite. So we've got one on the end. Where's the row? 1, 2. Have I put them in the wrong place? No. Have I gone wrong somewhere? Right, so it should be 1, 2, 3. No, that's the right place. And then we've got a space, and then, so I need to go up to that one. That's just so I don't have to keep looking up, guys. I don't need to count. It's just laziness. But yeah, I actually did a massive one, massive conversion. That was done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was done on graph paper. So I haven't put it together yet, and that is, oh, that one goes all the way along, and that's mainly because I've got all the stuff, and then obviously when I found out that I was going to have to move home.
Sorry.
It's alright, didn't make me jump, I saw it falling. It was like, because it's massive, I'm talking 2 meters wide and what have you. I don't want to put it together and then I've got to move it. It's not going to be behind glass, so it won't be very protected. So I'm going to knock drills off. So we're going to wait until I move, and then I've got all the bits fit. My son is going to come and put it on some kind of frame. And then it can go straight up on the wall because, yeah, it's going to be a bit heavy, I think. It's huge. It's absolutely humongous. But that was my first one that I did because Penny doesn't do things by half. Right, so all of that is done. I can highlight all of that. But now we've got the little witty bits. Got one there. Got 6. So now I most probably should change this wax. But you know, when you just, look, I'm managing. And I just can't be bothered. But I did this, I did do the O Kitten Tree by Randall Spangler from Diamond Art Club. Absolutely loved it. So obviously I then went on to Heaven and Earth, and there's 3 other paintings that match. So yeah, I got all of them, and I thought if I start this now, I doubt it'll be finished before Christmas. But you never know. Like if I feel okay to diamond paint, but not okay to do anything else, let's be honest, it's a perfect excuse just to diamond paint all day, isn't it? And I could end up getting loads done. Now, I have been known to do a whole conversion within a month. That was a challenge I did for a couple of years. So you just don't know. Right, over one there. And let's use my fingers so that I don't keep misjudging where I am. That goes in there. And then we got that one there. But bless her, Annalie, bless her little heart, has done all the kitchen for me today. So that I don't have to worry about it. I swear that's a round drill. It is. Right, you can go over there, mate. There we go. Now the best bit of equipment for doing Heaven and Earth is your finger. Because if you put your finger there, because especially like this has got lots of, like, as you can see, I'm doing lots of brown at the minute. They're all very similar in colour. So sometimes you can lose where you are. Right, that one needs to be moved over from there because I took that one out. Right, so we've got, and this is what I mean, when you're doing it, if you have made a mistake, it is very easy to rectify it because you kind of pick up on it when you're putting another drill down. And it's easily done. And when it's something like this, to be fair, would you notice that one drill that was slightly over? You most probably wouldn't. Right, so let's go down here, and then we need a 3, which goes there. Then we got a 2, and then all of this is filled in. I didn't do a very good job at shaking my drills out today, I've got to say. And it's because I've been doing cutting cards and stuff, so I'm a little bit not feeling it. Because obviously everything was done on my right side, so it is a case of my right side is the side that gets pain, and I'm right-handed. So when I do stuff, I tend to wear out my right side. But I didn't want to do this video, but now I'm quite into it, you know. And I knew that would happen. I said that to Emily. She was like, Mum, they don't mind if you don't do it. I said, as soon as I start, I'll be fine. I'll be absolutely fine. It's like, you know, like sometimes if you're going out, it's like, I just can't be bothered. But once you're out, you have an amazing time. But to be fair, I think, like even before when I've said, like, I can't do these long videos, guys, because I can't sit at this desk for long. It is getting better. I can sit here for a little bit longer these days. It is slowly getting there. But I just do it in 2 halves. Like, I've still been doing long videos, so it is what it is. It is what it is. Right, where's this A now? Let's do that one. Right, I am going to just stretch my legs, guys, so I will be out. Sorry if I knocked the camera. I will be back in a jiff. Right, I'm back, guys. That was only a second for you. It was about half hour for me. Right, let's get cracking on this next colour, 977. I was just chatting to Annalie because there was just a restock put up, and with there's an Ivy Delamore, but she doesn't like that one. So we're safe, although we are not buying any. Right, so that goes all the way up to the edge, which is there. And then we've got 3 there. And we've got 2 in there. And then 3 there. The only thing with doing conversions is it's not as neat, especially because I've got drills here that are from different companies, so they're not all perfectly sized. Right, so that goes over 1, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they don't all line up properly, like perfectly, but in a grand scheme of things, when it's on the wall, you can't see it, guys. You cannot see it. And I learnt that from doing my first Heaven and Earth, that it, like, maybe if I bought all the drills from one place for the whole thing, it might be better, but I want to use my spare drills. So soon, she says soon, in a couple of years, when I've used all my acrylics up, I will be able to do one from Diamond Art Club drills. And then, I'll admit, if I am short, I'll buy resin drills. I won't buy acrylics because obviously it'll look so much prettier with all resin drills. Right, so that's that bit done. Right, so over there we got 5. 5 goes in there. Why is it not? My pen's not penning, guys. Right, that goes in there. And then we've got... Oh, it's because I've put it in the wrong place, that's why. Right, where's my tweezers? Let's get these out. Okay, so it goes... Right. I need to take 4 out. 1. And I know I've just moved them down, so I will move them back. So that one goes up there and that one goes there. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So we need 5 there. Just wondering why it didn't fit. So we got 5 goes in there, and then we fill that bit up, which is not that many, so there's that bit. And then we use one of these. Goes like that. So that's all of them ones done. And then I'm going to use these ones. So we got 1 there, 1 there, and then we've got 1. It's not very straight, is it? 1 there, and 1 there. I didn't even pick it up, guys. There. So that can go. Right. Now we've got 1. See, this is where your finger is the best tool, because I can see where I'm at now. Then 2 again. And then I am going to go down. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. That's right. And then 1 more. And that goes over to there. And then down 1. And then diagonal. So that's all done. Right. And then we got 1 there. And then there's 1 there. So usually in Heaven and Earth, like I said, it's a lot of confetti, which this bit, there are bits, but because this one has got the frame going round, then obviously there's bits that I can use the multi-placer, but in all honesty, I've done a few, and it's very rare that you get to use a multi-placer. A 3 and a 2 goes there. And then over here, we have a 1 there, a 1 and a 2, and a 1, 2, 2. It's like you're doing dance steps, isn't it? 2, that 1, that 1, and then 1, I do like a pop. And then in there. So is anybody watching Big Brother? We watched the opening last night. Like I said, I'm filming this on Tuesday. And I've got to say, guys, there's a couple of characters, shall we say, that I'm a bit wary of. So, right, let's do the star. 3776. Which is it, and I haven't got a lot of this in here, so I'll see if we got enough to do this section. If not, it'll be getting it out of the thing. So we've got a 4 goes there, and then a 1, and then over here we've got, just dropped it, I don't know where it went, so we've got a 1 and a 1, and then a 3 and a 2. So let's do them. I don't know, I could multi-place these ones, but do you know what, I'm so lazy I can't bother to turn my pen round. Right, so then we have that 3, 1, 2, 3, and a 1 there. And over here it's a 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3. It's not a 1, 2, 3, it's a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2. So that's that. And then we have, oh, 1 there and 1 there. Can't even pick it up. And 1 there. And then it's, I keep not picking it up, and it's not even that it's not tacky, I'm just not making enough contact with the drill in the tray, because when I do, it works just fine. Right, so that's that bit done. Right, so over here we've got 1 up there and 1 there. And then 1, 1. See, this is, I very rarely use a single placer. And then there, yeah. But on Heaven and Earth, my conversions, it's, most of the time, it's all I use. 1, 2, 3. And then we've got, I didn't pick it up again. 1 there, 1 there, 1 in there, 1 up there. Seriously, I'm doing great guns here, guys. Popping them all over the place. And 1. This is why I can't do comments when I'm doing Heaven and Earth, because I can't talk, guys. I need to concentrate and count and count stitches. And believe you me, when I'm not on camera, I still do the 1, 2, 1, 2s. Like, it's not just for you guys' benefit. It is literally what I do. And then 1 over there. I might even have enough to do this section, you know. In which case, I'll just use these up first, because when you look at the drills in the tray, you think, oh, is there going to be enough? But there's always more than you think. Right, let's go over. Oh, let's do that little odd one down there in case I forget him. Right, so we have 1 in there, and then 1, then one there, one in there. Is it not boring for you guys to just hear me going one in there, one in there, one over there, one here? Right, there and there. And all you do is you literally, once you've put your first colour down in the section, it's so much easier because you literally use those ones as like a guide to where the others go. Like always being mindful, obviously, that if your pattern that you've made on your canvas doesn't quite match up with what's on the screen, then you know somewhere along the line there's a little bit that's gone wrong. But it's just keeping an eye on it. And that's why I say, if you make a mistake, it is very easily found and then very easily rectified. As long as you don't do what I did last year, and I did I missed a whole bit off here, like a whole column. That should have gone down there, not there. There we go. And we've got, come on, pen, don't start messing about now, you, with your wax, because you have been behaving. And we're very, I don't want to start messing about changing waxes now. So just behave yourself, all right? Otherwise you go back in the pot. 3, and then we've got one there, one there. And then we've got a 3 that goes in there. And then another 3 goes that way. And then 1 goes in there, see? I've definitely got enough. So there's 3 that just goes in there, there. That makes sense, doesn't it? So, to be fair, we're doing all right, guys. We're doing all right. There's lots of browns and stuff, but once we get more into the thing, then it will be, obviously more colours will be brought in. But at the moment, it's just a wooden frame. It's not very exciting. So, right. So, we have a 1 in there. All of this is filled in. So, it's a 1, a 1, a 1, and a 4. All of that is done. We've got a little 2 up there, which goes like that, and then this bit is filled up here, which is there. And then we go to a single placer again. So that one is that. I'm going to do this one down here because it'll be easily forgotten because it's all on its lonesome. Right. 1, 2. And then over here. 1, 2. And then 2 in there. Like, in all fairness, right, conversions aren't for everybody. Not everybody wants to do them, and that's fine, because you know what? If we all did the same thing, it would be a pretty boring life. I wanted to do a conversion from the very first time I diamond painted, and I saw somebody on YouTube doing one. Can't remember who it was. And I wanted to do one, and at that point, I was only doing rounds, but I was still very new, guys, and I didn't know that you can only, well, you can do them in rounds. I've seen Joan Diamond paint. She's done rounds ones. However, I think the way she did hers is she actually printed the pattern off. So she had a bit of colour behind. And I think if you do rounds, then the white is going to show. So personally, I've only done squares. So, yeah. Right. 918. Where are you hiding, mate? Oh, here you go. Oh, it's quite a deep colour, this one. Don't need a lot of these. Right, so we need a 3, which goes in there, and then a 4. But yeah, I'm trying to get back to doing every Wednesday. I have a Heaven and Earth session. So I will film this. Now, there's always a chance that I will not get the whole section done on camera, because I really don't want, as much as I love you guys, I don't want to be here all day filming. These sections aren't too bad because been able to use my multi-placer a bit. But normally, like, once I get into it, I doubt that will be able to happen. Right, so there's one there and one there. And it's all just odd ones now. So we've got 1, 2, and then down here we've got one there, and then one there. And that is all of that colour. See what I mean? Now, there's quite a few of arrows on here, but there's one I'm going to see. It's a lot of that one and a lot of that one. So let's do that one. 920. Where are you? Where are you? See, once again, look, there's hardly any of that one. So let's use some of these up. And what I will do is I will use up, like, where I can see some, like maybe here, but if there's a lot here, I'll do these little bits first, so that when I then get the next shade out, there's not one shade right next to the other sort of thing. Right, so it's 1, 2, 2. See, my single placer's not work. Oh, it worked all right there. So that's those. And then 1, 2 there. Now I tend to swipe to mark off that I've done every sort of little pattern bit. However, I don't mark it off completely until I've done the whole section that I'm doing. So we've got, this one goes all the way, fill that up. But please let me know down below in the comments if you're doing a conversion and what you're doing. Let me know. And if you're in the Facebook group, pop over and put a picture up so we can all have a look at it. Because I'm nosy like that, you see. A little bit nosy like that. Right. See, I don't want to do a bit here because it does go over onto the next one. However, there's 4 there that I can do. because that's not touching any of the same. Right, I need to find where I am here. So we've got one. Where am I? Two. There. See if this single placer will work. If not, I may have to change the putty. And then we've got 1, 2, and 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. So that's that little pattern there, and then there's a 5, which is there, which is 1, 2, that goes there. And then we've got a 2 at the bottom there, and then a 1 there, and then another 5. Which fills that up. Don't be a pain, pen. And I'm talking about my pen, not me. I'm always a pain, you know. Right, and then we've got, next to it, we've got a 2. I've gone wrong there. Yeah, them 2 should be moved over to there. And then I can fill that one in there. There we go. See, I'm constantly looking between the canvas and what I've got on screen, so that if I have gone wrong like I just did there, I can see it straight away. Oh no, I didn't do them ones, did I, yet? Right, so here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Just that little bit done there. And then all this corner bit is not joined to anything, so I can do that. So it's 2, space 2. And then 1 there. And then 1 there. So that's all done. Literally, I sit there and I talk to myself. Whenever I'm doing this, doing my heaven and earth, this is what I do. I sit there and say, oh, that one can go there. Right, now, although this is along the bottom, it's not actually joined to anything, so I will do these, because then that one's done. Right, now, there's quite a bit there that's, let's do these over here. Right, 1, space 1, space 1. That's all good. Then we've got 1 there. And this is all because I don't want to mix my shades up. I don't want 2 different shades next to each other. And because there's so many sort of browns here anyway. There we go. So that's that. Right, now, have I got any that I can just poke in here? Because there's not enough, I don't think there's enough here to do the section, the whole section. So, where's the line there? So it's 1, 2 is an odd 2 on their own. And then we've got 2 down here. 1, 2, 1, it up then. 2, and then 1 there, and 1 there, and there's 1 in there. Oh, I literally held my breath, guys. Don't know why I was holding my breath, because why would I? That one there. So, there's definitely a knot for that patch of them there. So, right, 920. Now this, guys, is my box, which has got all my spares in. And we want 920. And let's just hope that I have got some in there. Yes, I have. I've got a few packs here. So, I'm going to go for the small. Or have I got some that are very similar? Because they're quite a bit darker. Are they similar? This is the smallest pack I've got, so let's see whether there's much of a difference. And I have mixed them in like that because if I can't tell there's a difference, then I can just use them. And there's no difference there. Not that I can tell anyway, so let's get on with it. So, we've got 2, 1, and a 3. And then we've got, go all the way to the edge there, so we've got a 1. Seriously, Monty just jumped up on the settee and it sounded so loud with his big self. But I wondered what it was. 2. And then down 1. But it's 1, 2, 3. Right, it's 2 right up to the line. So. What are you doing, Pen? 2 and 2, so I can mark that bit off. Right, then we've got 1 there, and then we've got 2 up to the line again. All twos, and literally I can't see a difference in this tray, so either I've got all of one bag out and the rest is hiding, or there's no difference. And then we've got a 5, which goes in there. So let's mark that off before we get confused. Right, so then I've got a 3 in there. Don't know why I'm putting them higher than they need to be, guys. Right, and then we've got a 6. 6. So there's a 6. 1, 2. There's a 6 bit off, and that goes in there. Oh, this is hard work, guys. It's not even hard work. It's just, I don't know why, but I do hold my breath. I don't know why I hold my breath, but I do. Alright, so we've got a 4. Goes there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we got a 2. And then we got 2, but it's up a step. There we go. Oh, I forgot these ones up here. So that one's got a 1 there and a 2. There we go. So far, guys, we've done 912 stitches, drills, and there's 1200. So just under 300 left to do. But I am going to leave it there and finish it. That's very staticky. I know that I've got some little bits of the little dryer sheet things, so I'm going to put that in there because that is It's all, you know, because they're all sticking to the edge. So if I put that in and shake it, they're still sticking to the edge. But after a while it won't. So we can put this box to the back on the side. Because, oh, apologies. I am going to finish this off air, off video. I'll finish these little bits. It's all little bits now. So, but all I can say is thank you for watching, for coming on my little journey. And you know the drill. Thumbs up if you like the video. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And if you click on the little notification bell, you'll hear every time I upload a new video. Yes, I do have a bell. Yes, it's a new gimmick. You will find out all about it on Friday. So for now, guys, have an amazing day. I will see you very soon. And once again, thank you for continued support. Sorry, I just almost lost my words because it looks so good in the camera. Like, you see it so much differently through the camera because I'm obviously close up to it. But thank you, guys, and I will see you very soon. Bye.